Hello Neha, thank you for taking the time meeting me today here in your office. You have a very busy schedule, going between meetings, between sites all over the country. You're just back from a major project in Goa. We're living beautiful times for EIFER Studio.
Hi Mar, thank you for inviting me. Yes, indeed, we are living wonderful times at the moment.
So today we're here to talk about EIFER Studio. Tell us a bit more about it.
So EIFER Studio is an architectural and design firm. It was founded almost 5 years ago, and we are basically doing in-house designing and customized furniture. It's basically, you can rely on us from foundation till last curtain.
So you have seen some significant growth the last years, and you've also delivered a number of really remarkable projects.
Yes, indeed, we've done really good projects last year. Some of them were international projects, and some of them are really good residential projects of some famous personalities. So it's been a good ride.
So the first thing that for me comes to mind when we talk about EIFER Studio is the name EIFER, right? What does it mean to you? Where does it come from, and what is behind it?
So it has some history to it. So I have spent a really important and very initial time of my career in Zurich with some Swiss German people, and they have really good influence on my life, and I have learned a lot from them. So the first thing I knew was I'm very passionate about design and I'm very passionate about architecture. So what is passion and zeal called in German? So that's how I came up with this word.
Does it then also reflect on your philosophy as an architect and a designer?
Definitely. So the European quality of implementation and products, I know because I've worked with them. And I'm trying to get those in this project and in the projects and EIFER Studio, because I understand that quality work and implementation is skeleton of any project. So you also save on time and money, so it's very important. So yeah, we are trying to inculcate those ideologies in our company.
One thing that is also particular about EIFER Studio is that it's a company that was founded and is run by a dynamic woman, by you. So can you tell us a bit more about what it means being a woman entrepreneur in India, and some of the difficulties you face from time to time?
So yes, it is difficult, but if you know what you're doing, I'm very passionate about what I'm doing, and it is definitely difficult when you're dealing with laborers, vendors, site supervisors. It is difficult, but when you know what you're doing, what is the plan of action, it's okay. I'm doing fine. Anyone would do it, but you need to be strong enough, and you should know what you're doing.
So of the projects that you have delivered the last years, there were some that the remarkable were standing out a bit. For you personally, what are of these projects the ones that really stand out, and what makes them special?
So the clients who completely trust us, in terms of design, the projects come out really well. But again, I would always say it's a creative field, it's a team effort. So it is an effort by us and it is an effort by the client. At the same time, we need to be budget conscious, and also we need to keep things practical. So we are not the ones just for the sake of project, we take up a project and then we shoot up the budget by 30% saying, okay, now the things have changed. So we don't start off on those notes. We try since day one that we stick to those budgets, which is very important. But if, of course, the framework changes, the cost increases. But whatever we discuss on the first day does not deviate by more than 5%, just in case of change in material or selections. That's very important to keep a note.
One aspect that you have mentioned is that for you it's very important to put buildings on solid foundations using good materials. If the skeleton is right, everything that will follow will be durable. This sounds a lot like the aspects of sustainability that are getting more and more important in the Western world.
Yeah.
What does sustainability mean to you, and how do you as an architect try to incorporate that in your design process?
So sustainable architecture is very important for me, We all need to be, in fact, I understand that we all need to be very, conscious about the sustainable materials, sustainable living and everything. So when you are designing any project or any building, it's important that you look up to the natural light, natural ventilation, sun path diagram, the orientation of the building. I pay attention to all of these, because then ultimately the building itself start working by itself. You save on the energy. Also, if you can start buying local materials of that area, first of all, the building will react to them very well. Secondly, you will save on the transportation cost, which also helps sustainability. And thirdly, it also gives some, work to the locals. So I think it's important that you keep all aspects in mind while doing any project.
And is there always an additional price tag coming with sustainability, or is it even something that sometimes for clients can be saving money?
Of course, they do save on money. So if you're using some local materials, you're not spending money on transportation, and sustainability also, it is you're not polluting the space by just using vehicles, and moving material from one end of the country to the other end of the country. So you need to be cost conscious. Obviously, for sustainable architecture, if you're going for, you spend a bit more in the beginning, but eventually if you do the calculations, you are saving money in 10 years. So, you have to be cost conscious, but it is a larger plan in life.
That sounds very exciting.
Yeah.
So we're looking forward to what the future brings, the next months, the next years. Thank you very much, Neha, for the time today.
Thank you so much, Ingmar, and it was my pleasure meeting you.
And if you want to learn more about EIFER Studio, visit them on eiferstudio.com, check them out on LinkedIn and the typical social media channels. Thank you.